Hey guys, welcome to my review of Marvel's Avengers Age of Ultron official motion picture soundtrack. The music on the soundtrack is by Brian Tyler, who did the soundtracks for Iron Man 3 and Thor the Dark World, and also by Danny Elfman, who did the Tim Burton Batman theme, the Spider-Man trilogy theme, and the Simpsons intro. So both of these artists have done a bunch of things in the past in this industry, so they definitely have experience, and you can definitely tell in the soundtrack. The soundtrack isn't as good as the soundtrack for the first Avengers, and before I continue, I know that a lot of people are going to compare the soundtrack for this film compared to the soundtrack for the first Avengers. I've already seen a bit of that online, and I can't really blame them. It's sort of something that's a bit hard to do. And by comparison, already I can tell that the first Avengers soundtrack is a bit better than this one. So anyway, heading into the review for the Avengers Age of Ultron soundtrack. The first track I'm going to be talking about is titled Avengers Age of Ultron title. It's the music that plays when the title appears on screen and a little bit before that, similar to the first film. So it's a pretty okay track, it only goes for 44 seconds, nothing too great about it, but here's a bit of it. Like I said, it's a pretty okay track, but one of the things I really did like about the soundtrack was how Danny Elfman and Brian Tyler combined soundtracks from past MCU films and incorporated it into this one. For example, you can hear a bit of the theme from the first Avengers, you can hear the theme from Thor the Dark World, Captain America First Avenger, the first Thor, and also Iron Man 3. An example of this is during the Hulkbuster scene. The track is also titled Hulkbuster, but you can hear the Iron Man 3 theme in the background. So yeah, like I said, that is an example of how they incorporated past soundtracks into this film, which was definitely a really nice touch and added to the continuity of the whole series, basically. Another upbeat song is the song that plays during the last scene of the movie and plays during the beginning of the credits, and it is titled New Avengers. Here's a bit of it. And the last track I'd like to talk about is my favourite track in the whole album, and it's titled Heroes, and it's by Danny Elfman. It's basically the theme for the entire Age of Ultron film, and it does incorporate a bit of the theme from the first film, but it's definitely the standout track and is a great theme for the overall feel of the film. So those are basically the standout tracks that stood out to me whilst listening to the soundtrack. I did listen to it 2 times, and those are the ones that stood out to me both times. The rest of the soundtrack is pretty okay. It's like I said, it's sort of a soundtrack that suits the movie more than a soundtrack just listened to without the movie playing or anything like that. So overall, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10 because it lacks having a whole bunch of songs that stand out and can be really fun to listen to, but it is a soundtrack that suits the theme of the movie, and that is why I'm giving it a pretty high-ish score. So overall, it's a 7 out of 10. Hope you enjoyed this video, because that is all I really have to say about the soundtrack. If you want to hear some more of my opinions regarding Age of Ultron, I recently did a spoiler-free movie review. There's a link in the description below for that. And please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos just like this one. As always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.